Johnny Depp may have won the recent defamation trial, but it seems like Amber Heard's not letting it end here. Sources say she's planning on appealing the verdict. Not just that, it's been going around that she's pretty confident about winning the appeal. Will there be more court visits for these two in the near future? We've done all the investigating about these new rumors for you, so let's just get right into what's been going on. First up, Amber's plan to appeal the verdict. Ever since the verdict was announced on the 1st of June, there have been plenty of rumors making their rounds on the internet that the Aquaman actress isn't backing out of this. She's one tough woman, it seems. For those of you not too familiar with all this law lingo, an appeal to a verdict means that you send a request to a higher court to review the decision made by a lower court. Not only that, you're basically asking them to reverse the decision as well. While Amber understands how the jury in the defamation trial came to its decision, she feels like she has to appeal their decision because of what this trial means to her and countless other victims of domestic abuse and intimate partner violence. A source has come forward saying that Amber is 100% going to file an appeal, and she's also pretty confident about winning said appeal. What exactly is Amber going to appeal about? Well, this same source said that she's appealing to freedom of speech, and it doesn't just end there. This time, Amber's planning on taking it to the Supreme Court if she has to. We can't confirm anything for sure since, no paperwork has been filed so far. It's really just speculation for now. Maybe the sources are telling the truth, maybe they're just making things up. Next, the result of the defamation trial. Depp and Heard got married back in 2015 after working with each other on the set of The Rum Diary. But it was a pretty short-lived marriage as they divorced each other in 2017. Later on, Heard would go on to win a trial against Depp on the grounds of domestic violence. Both faced plenty of repercussions because of the trial, their careers taking a dip for the worse. Everyone was divided on who to support because it got messy real bad, and somewhere along the way, the truth got pretty convoluted. Everyone has an opinion on what happened. That's just the consequence of both of them being A-list celebrities whose lives are constantly monitored. Anyway, Heard went on to write an op-ed in The Washington Post detailing her experience with domestic violence and how it made life a living hell for her. If you're up for it, go read the article on their website. Heard didn't even mention Depp anywhere in that article, but Depp went ahead and filed a defamation lawsuit against his ex-wife. The trial began in April of this year and lasted for a total of 2 months before the jury announced its decision. The trial concluded with Heard being found liable for 3 instances of defamation against Depp. While that sounds like a win for the Pirates of the Caribbean star, that's not all the jury decided on. They also found Depp guilty on one charge of defamation against Heard, the one where Depp's lawyer called what Heard was saying a hoax. So yeah, we have no idea if the jury's verdict was fair or not, but let's see how it unfolds in case Heard really does file an appeal. And now, Amber's reaction to the verdict. Heard was pretty shaken when the verdict came out. She openly spoke about how humiliating this trial was for her. Whatever she did, it was criticized, and the way the internet descended on her like wolves was nothing short of insensitive and uncalled for. Talking to Us Weekly right after the verdict was announced, Heard admitted she was incredibly disappointed how even all the evidence they had against Depp wasn't enough for the jury to make a fair and unbiased decision. In a way, what she had written in her 2018 op-ed was true. In this society, it's the men who pull the strings, and no matter what, the same society favors these powerful men with incredible influence. Heard also called the decision a backward step for victims of domestic violence. She said it was a big setback for women all over the world. It just reinforced the age-old fact that whenever a woman comes forward with her story, she's publicly humiliated and shamed. She's incredibly saddened that women may seem to have the right to speak freely, but in the end, they're stripped of that right too, with defamation lawsuits being thrown into their faces. Right now, Heard feels really alone, and we can understand why. Let's hope she finds some peace real soon. Next, Depp's response to the verdict. Depp, on the other hand, didn't hesitate to celebrate his victory. It came after an incredibly long time for the internet's beloved Edward Scissorhands. When the court announced the verdict, Depp wasn't in attendance. He was in the UK at the time, but of course, news travels fast, and we're sure his lawyers immediately called him. He reached out to Us Weekly and described how happy he was with the verdict. He felt humbled and told the magazine how speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that. And now, Amber's plan for the future. Despite all that happened, Heard is focused on the future. These last few years since 2015 have been hard on her, and all she wants now is to keep her eyes open for better things. One of those things includes filing an appeal against the verdict, but the most important one is her focusing on her family. For those of you who didn't have any idea, the Never Back Down star is planning on prioritizing her family and drawing a line between her professional and private life. It's somewhat a difficult feat for celebrities, but let's hope Heard's able to achieve it. Heard has a 1-year-old baby daughter named Unag Paige Heard, and for now, she wants to focus her energies on raising her beautiful baby girl. Heard had Unag through surrogacy back in April 2021, and she believes that women should be given the chance to embrace motherhood without worrying about the perils of marriage. Heard believes that Unag is what remains part of her life is going to focus on. We're incredibly happy that she's found the strength to focus on the good that still exists around her. We're sure you've heard enough of the trial, so let's dive into some related news now. Amber Heard's seen having dinner with her sister. The results of the defamation trial definitely took a big toll on the Aquaman actress, but it seems like she's trying everything to hold it together and go on living her life. She's incredibly affected by how things went down, but we applaud her for finding the courage to step out and live life despite all the difficulties she's faced recently. Heard was seen with her sister Whitney having a private dinner outing. They didn't seem to be alone since her sister brought her 2 children for dinner as well. They were all spotted at a fancy Greek restaurant in Watermill. We're glad she's enjoying a night out with her family. It definitely makes things easier in a way. Next, Heard's increased screen time in Aquaman 2. Everyone criticized Heard for being an Aquaman, and even before the verdict came out, plenty of people on the internet were calling for replacing the actress in the sequel. But it looks like that's not what the directors of the movie have decided. Not only that, but the writers of Aquaman 2 have seemed to increase Heard's screen time in the movie. Guess that wasn't exactly the right move to make. People have a lot of strong opinions about this one. A lot of Twitter users are already calling the boycott the movie. This really isn't sitting well with them at all, it seems. We can't really blame them, seeing that it's been going on with the defamation trial and everything. The producer, Peter Safran, isn't letting this get to him though. He's of the opinion that they have to do what's best for the movie, and in this case, this truly seems to be the best in their eyes. Lastly, Robert Downey Jr. congratulates Depp on his trial win. Well, it looks like Depp and Downey are quite the best of pals. We've recently heard that right after the results of the trial were announced, Downey immediately FaceTimed Depp to congratulate him on the win. We know that this one's true for sure because a close source confirmed that Johnny did indeed receive a call from the Iron Man actor on the day the verdict came out. We also know what exactly Downey said to Depp on the phone. He said, "John, thank God it's over." And John did thank God indeed, because he went out to celebrate at an expensive Indian restaurant right after. That's a wrap for this video. Want to hear more about what's going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.